So if you've seen any of my backpacking vlogs on this channel, then you would know that the food I eat on my backpacking trips is not healthy at all. For me personally, it's really hard for me to crave healthy foods while I'm backpacking, and sometimes the only foods that I can like easily get down is the unhealthy crap. But I found a website where you can put in your information, you can take a little quiz, and they will give you a whole backpacking meal plan, and then you can go ahead and order all that food to get it delivered, and that is your food for your backpacking trip. And I'm gonna go ahead and do that. I'm gonna use this website to make myself a backpacking meal plan that's probably a lot healthier than what I usually do. And for my next backpacking trip, I'm only gonna take this food and see how it goes. All right, so here I am. It's RightOnTrek.com. I'm gonna go here and create a custom meal plan. Most of my trips are just a 2-day, 1-night trip, so I'm gonna do this for 2 days. Start my plan. It's asking me for my meal preferences. I don't have any dietary restrictions, but for calories per day, I looked this up on Strava. The last overnight trip I did, I burned over 3,000 calories my first day, but I never really have that much of an appetite, so I think I'm going to keep it at 2,500. I have messed around with this website a lot, so all of these things I think are already my preferences. So I'm going to keep it, and then it's asking me for like my breakfast, lunch, and dinner preferences. You can pause the video and read them if you're interested, but I'm just going to go ahead and generate my meal plan. So you can see it customizes 2 days of meals for you right here. Labels it day 1, day 2, all the different meals and the snacks. But what you can do is go ahead and customize it. That way you can have exactly what you want, and then you can make swaps. So for breakfast, I don't often like to cook breakfasts, so I'm gonna go ahead and do like a blueberry granola and yogurt instead of an oatmeal. And then I'm gonna have coffee with that. So for everything they automatically add to your meal plan, they give you a few different substitutions you can pick from to really cater it to your own taste. So I spent the next few minutes swapping out food that I wasn't that excited about to things I preferred a little more. It's not the fun junk food that I love to eat out there, but I'm still excited for the options I chose, and they should be a little healthier for me. I think I'm done. That's my meal plan. 2,800 calories a day, 2 pounds, 14 ounces. Add to cart. So it's gonna be $85. That is expensive, but I gotta buy the food, I gotta support this company. Usually I go to Dollar General, and for a backpacking trip I could maybe spend like $30. So this is a lot more, but I'm willing to do it for the experience. Check out. Oh, and there's also $10 shipping, so this is almost $100 for 2 days of food. So after a quick Google search, I found a coupon code that got me 25% off, so it brought my total from around $95 to $74. So that's really good. It's gonna take an estimated 10 days to get to my house from Montana, so I will see you when I get the food. Bye. So I got my order from RightOnTrek. It came 9 days after I placed the order online, and that was even over the 4th of July holiday weekend, so it came pretty quick. And it's packaged really nice. It's actually tied up into different days, and it's labeled. So this is day 1, and it actually comes in a Ziploc bag, which is meant to put your trash in at the end of the day. So I think that's a really nice touch. I got day 1 and day 2 right here. Callie's jealous. I will take all this food out in a couple days and put it to the test. The first thing I did when I got to the trailhead was take all the snacks that I would eat while I was hiking and stuff them into the hip belt pocket. So I just take the smaller snacks and ones that are easy to eat while I hike. I did not pack the breakfast that was included in the meal kit because I was at my house this morning, so I had breakfast and a coffee there. But I'm starting my hike at 12:30 in the afternoon. So I'm gonna start off by eating my lunch, which is this chocolate protein cookie. Ooh, this looks good. So the only food-related item that I packed that wasn't part of this backpacking meal kit was a liquid IV, which is an electrolyte drink mix. And this is kind of like a non-negotiable on my hikes because I need the extra electrolytes. I just get so dehydrated so easily and I get headaches. So I'm gonna add this to my water. And if I had one recommendation for this backpacking food company, it would be to include one of these for every day of backpacking. It's not the type of day that you want to sit on a summit and enjoy a meal. It's way too cold and windy for that. So I just hit Mount Jackson, got back into the trees. Now it's time to pull some more things out of my hip belt so I can snack while I eat. I got some cheese and some crackers. I went a little bit off my meal plan when I got to the tent site that night because the caretaker saved me this delicious brownie that the crew at the Mizpah hut made that day. And then I also ate these peanut butter crackers. I was so excited to try this beef bolognese at camp. However, I noticed the directions said to cook it in a 1-liter pot. My method for cooking backpacking meals is usually to pour boiling water directly in the bag, and I wasn't sure I could do that with this brand. And I only had a 500 milliliter pot with me, so I wasn't sure I could make that work. So I did what I usually do when I don't feel like cooking at camp, and I ate a whole bag of beef jerky, which was in my day 1 meal plan anyways, so it worked out well. And I had these chocolate almond butter cups for dessert, which are definitely not as good as Reese's, but probably a little better for you. For breakfast, I had this granola with yogurt, which I could just add the water to the bag for this one. It was a weird watery texture, but I ate the whole thing outside the hut and I felt fueled for my hike up Mount Pierce. And again, I stuffed my hip belt pocket with snacks I wanted to eat while I hiked. So here you can see everything I ate during my hike on day 2. I was feeling a little headache when I got to Mount Washington, so I bought some candy and a soda thinking that might help. The hike ended around 3 p.m. and I stopped at McDonald's and ate 20 McNuggets on my way home, which is pretty typical for me. It was fun trying out this service to create and send my food for this trip. It made it a lot easier and I was able to try some new things. This was not sponsored in any way. It was just something I wanted to try out. And if you want to look into it yourself, the website is in the description. These 27 hours I spent in the Presidential Range were absolutely amazing, and the whole trip vlog will be out next week. So subscribe so you don't miss that, and I will see you then. Bye.